Laso is a Portuguese company and it was formed in 2007 from two of Portugal's largest heavy haulage companies. This limited edition model in Laso colours has been produced by WSI and it consists of a Volvo FH4 Globetrotter 8x4 with a Notabome low loader. The packaging is standard for a WSI heavy haulage model, and out comes the tractor, the separate parts of the trailer, and also a bag of small parts. It's always nice to have some information with a model, and this one includes a leaflet about the trailer, and it has generic information about how the trailer is set up. It's also nice to have information about the wheel machine, and if we turn the page over, there we see some. To assemble the trailer, we pin the rear module to the trailer deck, and that's a well-engineered connection. Next, you don't have to use the 2-axle dolly, but we will, and we hook over the trailer deck and it clips into place. Next, we need a way to connect it to the tractor, and for that we use the gooseneck, and it's a very similar kind of connection. We hook over the module onto the gooseneck and it clips into place. Finally, for the main assembly, the trailer is attached to the tractor, and clunk click does the trick. The dolly has axles which can be raised out of service, so to make sure the wheels are properly grounded we need to push them down, and then the trailer is ready to run fully loaded. After that it's down to the details. There are hose connections from the gooseneck to the dolly and also from the dolly to the deck. They are made up of stiff wires, so we just need to manoeuvre them into a good looking position. Next, there are marker boards which fit onto the gooseneck, and there's another marker board assembly which fits at the back. There's also a blanking plate for the trough. There's also a couple of other spare signs included with the model, including Laso and Convoy Exceptionnel. The big Volvo is an 8x4 chassis, and the level of detailing is everything that you would expect from WSI. The transmission and suspension components are all there, and there are different tyres on the driven and steered axles. Let's have a good look at the detail up top, and there's a nice light bar and small aerials, there's beacon lights, and also a Convoy Exceptionnel sign. Looking front on, and one of the great things is the tiny detailing. And if you get really close up, you can see the detailing in the number plate. The same is also true of the graphics on the side of the cab, and considering how small they are, the detailing is excellent. Looking close up, there's a nice textured stepping plate, and the wheels are very detailed also. Behind the cab we've got this stunning mirrored cabinet. There are coiled lines and also tiny grab rails. At the back of the Volvo there's more great detailing as you would expect, and it all makes for a very convincing model. The control console on the gooseneck is terrific, and that's because some of the detailing on it is so small and precise. The dolly looks great too with its yellow stripe and the Laso name, and there's a nice Notabome logo. The wheels are also nicely decorated. Up on top of the dolly there are some excellent textures and highlighted bolt heads. And the same is also true of the module at the back, and there are even details inside the trough. The rear end of the trailer is also highly detailed, and that includes lights and some excellent graphics. Underneath the Volvo, the rear wheels are fixed to common axles so they spin together, and there's link steering of the front 2 axles with a limited range of movement. Out on the Cranes etc. superhighway, and the Volvo rolls along very smoothly, and with a bit of steering the Volvo will deviate from the straight and narrow. As always, it's nice to see the engine under the cab, and you can tilt the cab and it stays in a tilted position, and there is the Volvo branded engine. When you're done, straightening the cab is satisfyingly smooth. The trailer modules are very well engineered, and there's proportional steering on the rear module, and you've also got sprung suspension on each wheel set. Moving on to the dolly, and that's got parallel steering. And again, it's well engineered and it works very nicely. The dolly doesn't have sprung suspension, but instead you can raise the axles out of service. Rolling along, both modules perform very well, and they do feel like high quality products. As we mentioned before, you don't have to install the dolly, but you can also extend the deck, and that gives you a long and impressive model. Never mind the length, if you want to feel the width you can extend it, and it's fiddly work, but someone has to do it, and you have to rotate out the small plastic supports and then carefully place on the beams. This is fine for posing the model, but don't expect the beams to stay in place if you drive over a rough and bumpy desktop. This is another high-quality heavy haulage model from WSI. It looks very good in the colours of Laso, and the high-quality detailing is very impressive. The functionality also means that it gives a variety of display options. Overall, this limited edition model is excellent.